Marianne said the thing would not unload the filament. Got an error on her phone. She saw it. Anyway, the had just started printing. Something has gone amiss with the yellow. Normally you'd see a little blinking red light there. I have clicked the thing and made it do a cycle. But the key thing is, if you hit the filament, you see this yellow, and then you see the head is green. Oh, sorry. See it shows the yellow, and then it shows it's green. That means it is, and I could see the yellow in the tube, and it tried to pull it out, but it wouldn't. So it is stuck in there. Very similar to what happened with the heating of the print head. The only way to kind of get it out is to, get in there and just assemble that. I'm going to go have coffee first. Anyway, so stay tuned.
They're so cute. And they're ready for their breakfast. Don't come in, Stripe. I'm just bringing... Well, I mean, I don't really care if you do, but I'm coming out, bud. Yeah. He decided to stay out. That's good. Come on, Morris. Come on, buddy. Come on. There you go. Good morning. Hi. Well, it's continuing to look like we're going to escape Imelda, if it ever even gets named. And that's good. We had a trace of rain overnight, but we really haven't had any rain. It looks and feels like fall out here. I'm a little, I don't know, all the leaves are on all of my plants, and my flowers coming to an end for the year, and all the wind moving stuff around is a little hard to take. But it's okay. It's all right. Yeah, it's basically a mess everywhere. But it's wet and not a lot I can do about it right now. If I'm going to do a little extra out in the yard, it's going to be Monday or Wednesday. The grass really isn't tall yet. It's just the leaves. I don't know. Around on the back side of the house, I could blow them, make it look a little better. Might do that. Hi, Gray. Good morning. Good morning, good morning. There you go. Hi. Hi. Good girl. Good girl.
Well, Marianne actually is the one that figured out what happened. And as you can see with the yellow blob there, it's melted in there. What happened is she was printing with ABS, which is like way hot, like 300 C. And as soon as that ABS job finished, she removed the ABS from the plate. And oh, by the way, that's not as easy as it sounds, because it's really hot. It's like handling a hot pan out of the oven. It'll burn your fingers. And maybe not as bad as an oven, but it'll burn. And so she got it off real quick. And then she immediately started the next print, which was a PLA print. Well, what happened was that PLA came down in here and got here, and the residual heat from the ABS melted it. Basically, at least that's our hypothesis, is that's what happened. So anyway, I'm going to get that piece out. It goes all the way through. I did have to cut the PTFE tube because that's the only way you can get it out. And so we're gonna see what we can do to put it back together, and hopefully she'll be printing again.
I'm over here in the side yard admiring some things and not admiring, but cleaning up some other things. I cut the ferns off so that the path for me and the critters is nice and clear. And I unburied some things that had too many ferns around them. Although sometimes the ferns protect stuff and I don't want to remove them, and I want things to be covered from the deer. You know, this is fall. If I sound a little sad, I hate to see the pretty plants come to an end, and I'm struggling a little bit with the ferns falling over and how things look right now. I did have a moment of joy this morning. I gotta clear the path here too. But I had a moment of joy this morning when I looked out and realized that my Sasanqua camellias over here with the really pretty dark pink blossoms are blooming. Sasanqua in the fall, Japonica over the winter into the spring. Sasanqua is more of a full, thrilly bloomed with slightly smaller leaves, and the Japonica is more of a single or a double and larger leaves. Anyway, they're very common here. They do well in our winter. So anyway, that was a real joy to see. Hi! He come flying over and jumped up there. He's just keeping his mama company. He's a good boy. All right, that path's cleared too. I need to be able to see where I'm putting my feet. You know, there could still be copperhead snakes out here this year. I need a safe trail through there. I don't intend on letting that fill in as long as I'm able to prevent it. You know, realistically, I'd like for it to go this way too, but between the buckeye and the azalea and the I sort of have blocked this way, so I walk around, and that's okay. I can deal with that, but all the other trail is good now. Maybe just a little bit over here needs attention, but it's not bad over there like it was over here. This is open back up for me and the critters. I can call her good. I'm sweating up a storm, and I didn't even come out here to do that. It was bothering me so bad. I'm trying to keep it looking nice. I feel right now like it's a losing battle.
Well, I think I mentioned when I did the battery in my phone that the cable was mangled, and I flattened it out the best I could, trying to be careful, but my phone keeps turning off. And so I contacted the vendor, and I bragged on these guys last time, and sure enough, they refunded me in full the purchase price, and I reordered a second kit. Now the problem was with the first kit, the battery was in a little static protective bag, static dissipative bag, but it wasn't sealed, so the battery slid out, and it was the cable end of the battery that was exposed, and it bounced around inside this box. So we're going to open up the new box now, and we're going to find out. You're going to find out with me, if I don't cut myself here, what the verdict is. Alright, so here we go. Oh, of course it did this last time. Alright, so far. Wow, well that's interesting. I do not remember the box. So maybe, even though I had to cut the seal last time, that was it. Well, so there it is. So there's the bag, and it's, well, first of all, the bag, the cable is on out the other side, so that's good. But there is a static bag in here. I'm sorry, I should have Marianne come out. So here's the bag, but this time it was this way. So any bouncing around, because the bag is open, at least the cable was in this end. And the fact that I don't remember the box, I swear when I opened it up, it was just like this, except for the cable end was out, and that, I swear that's how it was. So anyway, I think we're going to be okay here. I think this cable, obviously they had to fold it, but they only had to fold it once. They only folded it one time. Otherwise, it was cocked and turned. It was concerning. So hopefully with just that one bend, that'll be good. So I'm going to take it apart and replace the battery, and fingers crossed, let's see what time it is. It's 2:36, so we'll see how long it takes me. Okay, this is the old battery. I'm taking this video on my phone now. But you see that crack? See, that's what I said. That's what was going on. So there's nothing really wrong with the battery. The battery is fine. It's just that little spot right there is very fragile, and as I said, the cable got mangled. So that cable cracked, broke, whatever, between the shipping and then me, of course, installing it, because you got to wiggle it a little bit to get it installed. But this other one was much better, and I think we're good. But the phone's working. It probably took me a total of 45 minutes. I had to put the battery came out much easier this time because I had to reuse the old glue, but there was no reusing the old glue this next time. So they gave super sticky strip stuff, so I used that this time, and I had to put that on there. So it took a little bit, but other than that, it was easy peasy. Like I said, these people, they do a good job.
Well, our neighbor was pleased with the pairs. We've got agreement on placement, which was basically how I thought they were going to go. She liked 2 on each side. Dawn agreed 2 was much better than 1. I told them, since they're a little smaller than the one she originally had, that you needed 2 to fill in the space. And Dawn told her he'd try to have them up by end of day Wednesday. But of course, that's weather and work.
Yeah, all those things.
All those things. I told her for sure by the end of next weekend.
I have to make sure I have enough of the UV spray, enough of that left.
Right. Dawn's going to spray them with UV protectorant before we put them out there. And anyway, it's all good. We're going to go do a pogo loop. We're going to walk a pogo loop at the park and pick up the trash at the park, because tomorrow we'll be inside again. I need some sunshine. I'm looking at me and Dawn, and we just don't look like we're making enough vitamin D. So we'll be outside for a few, although this is not the time of year. You get a lot of sun really quick, but you still need your sun. So, well, I am finished with it. I really like it. I'm okay that I built it as is, except that I added a whole bunch of decorations. But let's see, what did I do? I put a bigger bone here. These are dog bone parts, but could also be whatever kind of bone you want them to be. I added the 2 flowers. There was 1 pumpkin, and I now have 5 total. I added the little green squiggly leaves, and then under the pumpkins I put leaves. Maybe I should go get olive colored leaves instead of the color I have. I'll think about that. I swapped out boring gray posts here for the skeleton one. I think this one might be back too far. I have to fix it. I always notice something when I'm telling you about it. Nighttime's here to help. I made the tree a little more full, and this is what it does. I don't know, like there's nothing on the back side, but when you put the front side around, you get these googly eyes. There's a little spinner thing on that side, and then there's also a spinner thing on this side. And this just moves swings the clock pendulum. There's a clock face there, as you can kind of see. There were no stickered tiles in this set, which is amazing. I'm not sure why over here it matters that we have a policeman's cap and a pirate cap. And then I guess this window is boring, so I need to find something there. But there is the piano. And that looks good. I added the owl. I added an extra bat. It's just all these little things. But I think these green, I'm going to go swap all of these for this olive color. I swapped out the owl for this big raven, blackbird, vulture bird. And there you can see the pumpkins have been swapped out. Really, I might wish they had sent stickers for the tombstones. And I think I have some stickers around here, but Lord knows I don't know where they are. This does fold. It does. This piece up here that I swapped a little bit keeps it from going all the way. You can display it like that, which is kind of cool, or you can fold it all the way up. So it has options, but I've had these 2 minifigures stuck on the back side here, the skeleton and the werewolf that came with the set. I like them up there, and the way I mounted them makes it so it doesn't fold shut. So I can fold it shut, but I would have to take those off, which is fine, but I like them there. So I'm not planning to fold it except if I store it for some reason, and then, well, maybe.